Okay. Thank you. I don't believe there's a microphone. Oh, no, there's a microphone today. So, Ali, do you want to come down in the front here, please?
Congratulations on the victory. You would have made a performance, obviously finishing with 5 teenagers on the pitch as well. Congratulations on the victory. You would have made a performance, obviously finishing with 5 teenagers on the pitch as well.
Just outstanding by the players. Full credit to them. Winning away in Europe's always difficult, irrespective of the situation you're in. But the situation we're in, just a really unbelievable effort. Great leadership by the experienced players. We really needed them to stand up today, and I thought Madison and Sonny and Rodrigo, Benny were outstanding. And look, first half I thought we played really well. Created some really good opportunities for ourselves. Maybe could have had 1 or 2 more. Second half, we kind of looked a little bit fatigued and sort of had to hold on a little bit and defend a lot more, which we did okay for the most part. Obviously, when they score, then the game tightens up. But great finish by Sonny to give us that extra buffer. And we finished with 5 teenagers. Brandon's first game in Europe, I think second game overall. I don't think you take European victories for granted, but an unbelievable sort of effort from a real strong-willed group of players today. Credit to them.
Hi, congratulations on the win. I just have a sort of a question for you specifically, if it's okay. When you've had difficult periods at previous clubs, maybe comparable to now Tottenham, what helped you get through it and get success in the end?
I think for me, I've sort of been doing this a long time now, and I think what's really important is that you have a really strong kind of belief in what you're doing and not waver and not get influenced by noise or influenced by what the current sort of mood is in terms of people's assessment of where you are at, I think. And for me, that's always been the most important thing. I firmly believe in what we're doing. I firmly believe in, we're on the right road now. Whether others agree with that or not is kind of irrelevant to me. It doesn't make any difference. It doesn't really affect my decision making or, my interaction with the people at the club and particularly the players and staff. I mean, they're my focus. That's who I need to make sure that they still have the belief. If they still have the belief, then I know we can achieve success. It's not easy, to be fair, because there's a lot of noise, and in the Premier League there's the most noise, so you have to deal with that. But at the end, it's still just noise.
Hi, Andrew. You mentioned Brandon Austin. You could have played Fraser Forster. He was back, but you went with Brandon on his Europa League debut and he had a really good performance. Can you talk us through your thinking behind that decision? And also, is there an update on where Dominic Solanke is when it comes to his return?
Brandon, I guess, first. Obviously, even when we signed Tony, we knew that in terms of European football, we'd still need Fraser and Brandon. Brandon did really well in the game he played, and he's trained really strongly since. We kind of knew that this game, would be a target for him. And Fraser had a bit of an illness which knocked him about a bit and sort of set him back a little bit. So, but I just felt that on the back of his performance, in the league game, that Brandon deserved a crack at it. And I thought he did well tonight. I mean, you can't underestimate playing European football away from home. His sort of first game, and again, with pretty relatively sort of young and experienced team in front of him, I thought he handled it really well, and we'll need him again next week. And with Dom, so the information now is kind of we're looking at around the 6-week mark for him. No surgery, but maybe can get him back a little bit earlier, but just to see how he progresses. But at this stage, just saying around 6 weeks.
Thank you. Hello, Ange. Can you tell us, you say about Sonny tonight, because he's had a bit of stick. We've questioned leadership, I think. The fans gave him some stick at Everton, and he's produced a couple of important goals. What
Yeah,
will
no.
that do for him going
Yeah,
forward?
look, hopefully, I mean, every player sort of, especially attacking players, they're scoring goals. But yeah, I thought he really stood up today, and we needed him to. You know, him, like I said, him, Matters, Rodri, Benny. You know, for a lot of our other players, I mean, we can take for granted. You know, it's not just that. You know, Lucas and Archie and Radu. You know, we're all young players, and you know, but we also have to sort of factor into it that, you know, Richie's just coming back from injury. It's a whole range of things we're dealing with out there, and it can be easy, particularly away in Europe, to get swept away in that. And I thought Sonny led from the front tonight with his football, but also with his, you know, with his general actions and most importantly the goals. And look, you know, we're all copping stick at the moment, and that's just the nature of the beast, of what we do. As you know, whether we're footballers or managers, we're all in the firing line at the moment. And whether it's warranted or not, you just got to stand up and sort of reply to it in the proper way. And I thought he did that tonight.
Hi, Ange. Is it a similar story with Madison? Because he looked tonight like he was pretty hungry to maybe just prove a point. You know, sort of looked like he was maybe getting back to the early form he had for you.
Yeah, look, I think, like I said, you need to respond in the right manner. And yeah, I thought Matters was outstanding tonight. Look, these players are exhausted, mate. You know, they're professional footballers who are just 24/7 just trying to recover right now, all of them. And they're giving everything. I know somebody said yesterday to me, which I couldn't believe, that, you know, maybe they're prioritising one game over another. These guys are giving everything they can, you know. And it shouldn't be dismissed that, oh, you had 5 teenagers. You know, we're a Premier League outfit playing in an away game in Europe, and we've got 5 teenagers out there. It's pretty much unheard of in an important game, not a dead rubber. And that goes to show you the load these guys are willing to take on themselves without making excuses. I couldn't speak higher enough for the players that are carrying us through there. They'll get some help hopefully soon with some players coming back. We're in a real good position in Europe. Get to the knockout rounds home and away. When we get our players back, we'll back ourselves against anyone. And, you know, the fact that these guys have got us to this position matters, and all the players who have carried us through, credit to them.